How you doing, YouTube? Parasitic Generation here today to do a review. Well, not really a review, just to show you the blade and um, bludgeoning weapons that I have stockpiled for home defense or utility work right now, and in the event of shit hit the fan. Now, most people are like guns, 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 guns all day. Yes, guns are very important. Don't get me wrong. But blades are also essential to survival. An axe, machete, stuff to help you build, defend yourself to when you're out of ammo, or your gun's broken or something. Alright? Now, this is just going to be show you an overview of what all I'm going to show you. Um, I'm just going to give you a wide panning view, and then I'm going to pull it up and explain to you why I have that. So, here we go. I apologize if the camera is shaky. Now here is my entire blade collection. And also piercing and bludgeoning weapons also. Um, Axes, machetes, swords, knives. Alright. Alright, first off, we have these two S-Wing hatchet and long axe. These I like because they're one solid iron piece and they don't require, like, I don't like when the head has a chance of falling off. So these will never fall off the shaft because they're one piece. This is the hatchet, a little less expensive, about $40. About the long axe is about $70. But in my opinion, they're worth it because they will last a lifetime. Plus, these great for chopping down trees. I've done it. Also, these make one hell of a defensive tool to lop off a zombie's head or an intruder's arm or whatever. Axes will do it all. It's a tool of many trades. You can use it as a weapon. You can use it as a tool. You decide, or you can choose to do both. Alright. Now, this is an axe I didn't buy. This is an axe, a double-headed broad axe, which was my grandfather's. It is still as useful as it was the day it was bought. Very old axe, but the shaft is still good. Head is sharp as ever, even though it is rusty. This is a good axe to lop off zombies' heads or an intruder's head. Okay, this is one heck of a weapon. Also, this will make short work of any small trees you may have. Very awesome friggin' axe. I love axes. They're one of my favorite weapons and tools of all time, and this is one of my favorites. Alright. Now, this is a $100 katana. Okay? Now, it isn't a katana like most of you think, where it's samurai oriented and you go shing shing through anything and it slices and dices and it's razor sharp. This is sharp as hell, but it's not standard katana because it's made in America. It's just an Americanized katana, but it does have an awesome handle to grip. It is sharp, and that's really what matters to me, because you can still use this in any event as a combat sword. Alright. Now I have done a review on this. Now this is used by Colombians. This is a Colombian machete, which my father brought back from a trip to Colombia, and he brought this with him. This thing, pretty hefty, and the front end is meant to lop shit off. Okay, now this is something you'd want to have in the jungle. Okay, because this is great for vines and stuff. It is a thin blade, but that doesn't matter because it is sharp. It'll still lop off vines, thick branches. It'll also lop off a zombie's head or an intruder's head. This is good in the event you get stuck in the middle of the jungle or stuck in the middle of Texas where there's a crap load of cedar trees and you need to get through them. Alright. This used to be a cold steel two-handed heavy cleaving machete. I didn't like the long ass handle, so I cut it down to now it's a one-hand meat cleaver. Okay, it is a little bit thin, not too thin, but it just bends just enough, but not too much. This is a great meat cleaver. It stayed sharp. This will lop off the zombie's head. You can even throw it if you had to. Not suggested. This is a great weapon and tool. Even the front end is a little bit sharp. Okay. I just did a review on this, but it doesn't matter. This is still one badass blade. This is the Cold Steel Gladius, and you know why I got it? I got it to have a taste of what the Romans and the gladiators felt. Also, it is still effective killing tool to take on an intruder or a zombie. That point through the neck of the zombie, it's over. This cleave zombie in half. Alright, and that's why I got that. I'll just leave it out of the sheath for now. Okay, now this is the Cold Steel 21-inch Latin machete. This is honed to be razor sharp. This is good for small, delicate landscaping that you may have doing, but this is also great as a secondary bladed weapon to take out bad guys. Pure and simple, it is a great weapon and tool. That's why it's used by millions of people around the world. Alright. Now, to get into the non-bladed, before I get into the knives, this is a puncture weapon. This was made in 10 minutes. Okay, piece of rebar, welded a spike and a back spike. Now you got like what you'd call a war spike. Great, cracking, penetrating, and bludgeoning skulls of a zombie or a bad guy. And at the back, it has a sharpened blade that would mess anybody up. I wouldn't want to get hit with this. Cheap, easy thing to make. Get inventive, not very hard. You can pop out 100 of these in a day. Easy to do. Okay. Also, this is a bludgeoning weapon. This was made in 10 minutes. Also, piece of rebar and a toe ball. Okay, this will knock the crap out of anything. Okay, if it hits you in the head, yo, you're nighty night forever. Okay, this is one hell of a blackjack. This is great to stick in your car. Okay, in the event somebody busted your window and tries to climb in the cabin with you, wham! Bad guy solved. This is a great secondary zombie weapon also, or for shit hit the fan. It's a light skull buster. Very cheap, easy to make, and it'll last forever. Okay. Alright. This is also homemade, and y'all have already seen this. For those of you who've been subscribers to me for a long time, y'all know what this is. This is the spike sword, made in a day. Okay, welded together, solid iron steel, weighs about 10 pounds. This will cleave, pierce, rip apart an opponent. If this misses them, this will get them, and if this misses them, this will get them. And there's so much weight force behind this. Not really anything can stand up to this thing. Okay, so really cool item to have in the event that you have a horde of zombies and you just gotta go in a 360 swing around. Alrighty. Woohoo! Now, this I've also reviewed also. It's a homemade buoy. Okay? Made out of spring steel by one of my buddies. Made out of spring steel. Full tang. It is a great chopper, meat cleaver, or fighter knife. Okay? This, great for jabbing into a zombie's neck, sticking it into an opponent's belly, wrenching up. I'm pretty sure the fight will be ended right there. Also, I must warn you guys, for those of you who have no knife training or blade training whatsoever, y'all need to get at least some training, because in the event that you have an opponent that you attack with a knife and you have no experience whatsoever of what you're doing, and they wrench the knife away from you somehow, they will fucking kill you with it, okay? So you need to make sure you know what to do, how to do it, and how to put an opponent down quickly, and how to do defense, okay? Knife fighting and blade fighting ain't fun. It's worse than a gunfight because it's really hard to defend against, even for a pro. And I'm not a pro. I do have some training, though. So, just as a warning. Alright. Oh, yeah. I forgot what I called this in my video that I reviewed it. But this is one hell of a dagger, man. This will mess your world up. This razor sharp, pretty thick, won't really break on you. It's good for Aztec ceremonial sacrifices. Just kidding. JK. But if you were back then, you probably could. But this, great for cutting off a zombie's head. Or this, good for processing a big ass deer, caribou, or moose, or bear, or whatever you just killed, animal wise. Okay. $2 kitchen knife. You know, you're like, dude, what the hell, yo? It's pretty thick and it's sharp as hell. It was meant to cut meat. What's an opponent and zombie made of? Meat. There you go, if you had to. Okay. Aha. Right here, we got the Arkansas throwing axe. I don't really throw it, but you can see this is a nice, nifty little axe. All right, good for small jobs. It looks freaking wicked. I wouldn't want to get hit with it. Made out of file metal, really sturdy, strong metal. Good for light landscaping, but this is also great for a light defense tomahawk. You know, get away. Okay, this sharp enough, heavy enough, it will lop off whatever it touches, okay? And it'll cut really good. Also, it has these little grooves right here to where you can use it real good and use that hook it in behind the neck, pull, slash. Really good for that. And it has a back hook, a gut hook for processing a dead animal if you had to. So that's another perk of this. You can use it as a hunting blade to gut the animal you just killed, or you can deal with a zombie or a bad guy. Okay. Alright. I'm not going to talk much on this because you've seen this in a crap load of my videos. Winchester Bowie for $22. Awesome blade. Badass blade. If you don't have one, go to Academy or outdoor outdoor sporting goods store, and you freaking buy one. Buy a bunch because, jeez, I can't even get the snap in. Ooh, too much beer. But it's worth it, guys. It'll last a while. Okay, right here we got my the old timer. This is an old knife. This was my grandfather's. Okay, he passed it down to my dad, and my dad passed it down to me. This is skinned and gutted countless deer, countless other animals during hunting trips. Love this knife. This is a great skinner and fighter combat knife. I love weapons because they have a history, and also because some have been passed down to me by my grandfather to my father to me, which as it should be. For that's the American way. Okay, now we got the Buck American Tanto, thick as hell, great fighter knife. Great fighter knife. That's what this is made for. Not a utility knife. Freaking fighter knife. Great to jab into a zombie's eyeball, bad guy's neck. I can't express to you guys in a shit hit the fan situation how blades are very important. It's not only about guns because not everybody's gonna have one. Okay? Alright. Smith & Wesson. First production run. I have forgot what this is called, but it's a nice little skinner and small little fighter knife. Okay? It's a first production run. I got it when it first came out. Alright, y'all have seen this one also. This United Cutlery punch dagger. You don't want that. This, hard to get out of your hand. You can defend, punch, slash, get up underneath that jaw. Okay? Come up behind them. Get them in the kidney and twist. Wrench up. Done. But that's for sentry takeout. That is for sentry takeout. Or a zombie that is facing the wrong direction. You want to take them out with a back headshot. Okay. This is the Winchester Burlwood fixed blade. Very nice. $18 or $18.99. Very good knife. Sharp as hell. Very thick. This will make short work of a deer, bad guy, zombie, or your mother-in-law. Ha ha ha. Shh. Shh. Alright, now we're getting down to the small pocket knives. Okay? Got the little Gerber pocket knife. Use this all the time. It's my work knife. I take to work. Very good. Alright. Now, we got the M-Tech little Spyderco design. It's like a 2.5-inch razor blade. Good for opening boxes, but also a bad guy's jugular. Alright. Alright. Winchester Ranger Tanto. Yeah. This is one of my favorites. Pocket knives wise. I take these to work sometimes, but it doesn't really do well with the work I do having to open boxes. This is more puncture. Alright. And last but not least, my favorite pocket knife, the Monarch Bowie folder. This you can use as a self-defense blade, if you had to. But it also is a great utility blade because it's sharp as hell. Alright. And I think that's it. That is my entire blade collection. I know this has been a long ass video and some of you guys don't want to watch that long. But as an overview, there is my entire bladed weapons collection. And it is getting bigger. So guys, I urge you, if you don't have a big collection of blades for you and your friends and your family, stock up now while you still can. Or if you are a knife maker yourself, you have a good skill. Thanks for watching YouTube. Hope y'all have a nice day. Peace out. And y'all stay safe.